This is Meghani from Sri Lanka. Whom do you think are the best actor and actresses from the current generation, sir?
Oh, they're all very good. And don't ask me to name just a few, because that would not be fair. I just love every new generation actor, because I think that they're all have excelled in whatever they do and whatever I've seen of them. And I'm very envious of them, because I was never able to do this, and even now I'm not able to do that. But they're able to do that in their very first appearance, and that is so creditable. How do they manage this? I am amazed, and which is why I keep praising them, and I'm just shocked at the way they perform. They get everything right in their very first appearance. It's unimaginable. So I love the entire younger generation, and I wish them all the very best. So I won't be able to directly answer this question.
This is Fennel Seta from Mumbai. His question is, the cycle scene in the climax in the climax of Piku is one of the most memorable scenes that I've personally seen. How was your experience of doing it? I think it's a wonderful scene, sir.
Yeah, I think it was a wonderful culmination of the thought process of this man.
Right.
He'd already had an experience of that doctor showing him that Japanese gentleman at 90 years riding a bike, and
right.
So he gets kind of inspired by that. He tries it out in his own front road, and then when he reaches Calcutta, he decides to just take off on his own. I thought it was a great moment of freedom for him. Absolutely. Where he was free to do whatever he wanted to do, and to be able to ride the streets of his own hometown, and to go and pick up things to eat which may have been sort of kept away from him, and then to come home and enjoy eating them, and
right,
and then coming out and saying, you know, this has worked for me the best. It's the best motion that I've ever had.
Right.
It was almost like he was waiting for that to happen and then pass away, and he just passed away happily. I think it was just so beautiful, the whole moment in the film, that he died happily. And many people who wrote in complimentary messages actually said this. He says, you know, he died a happy man, and it relates so well to my father or my mother, because they went away in exactly the same way, quietly and very happily.
Absolutely.
And for them it is not a moment of sorrow, but it felt that it was actually quite a joyous moment. Absolutely. So there was no, you know, screaming, shouting, weeping when this happened. And when you see Piku at the last scene, when she's having some kind of a prayer meeting, there's still a fulfillment on her face. Right. You know, he's gone, and he's never going to. I'm never going to hear Piku again. But he died happily, and I'm very happy about that. Right. A lot of people do that, and I've seen here as well, in India too. There have been many people who actually celebrate death, yes, because they feel that you know, he's gone to a better place, or she's gone to a better place. So why should we be sad about it?
Absolutely, certain community.
And I've seen many examples of that. And some years ago, some of my dear friends who went away, but their family has treated it as a happy occasion. They feel happy about it. They actually do a celebration. Anupam Kher did it.
Right. I think he was extremely close to his father.
And one of my other very close friends and almost relative-like people, they did the same thing.
Absolutely.
He was fond of, you know, Shakespeare, and he was fond of his commentary and plays and what he did for children. So he just enacted all those moments for that day, and they celebrated it. And he said, this is the best way we can celebrate it. So a lot of people do that.
So do you miss Bhaskar?
No, I think you know, I would miss him. We all missed the fact that we had no more shooting to do. So when it ended, I said, oh gosh, it's over. What are we going to do tomorrow? It was a great joy to get up in the morning and just come together. And so we missed that. But yeah, once the film is over, of course, you leave it behind.
So this is Rogue from Delhi. I think Federer, Roger, I think somewhere he's taking from there. Do you think stardom is more important or great acting skills?
I don't know, because I don't know how to define stardom, but I think I can perhaps define acting skills. You see a performance, you see Dilip Kumar, you see some of the greats, you see Marlon Brando, you see Al Pacino, and you realize that these are great performances. You see Wahidaji, the old, and some very fine performances of people here, whether it's Nasiruddin Shah or Irfan. You immediately relate to them because you cannot find an alternative way of having performed the way they have performed. And you appreciate that. So you like the acting. I don't know what Stardom is, and I really don't know whether it's relevant to the question at all. I guess Stardom is something that comes with a reflection towards the box office. You know, how you stand at the box office and what kind of receptions you get from the public and from outside, and how they treat you. But obviously they have liked you, otherwise they wouldn't treat you the way they do. They've liked something about it. I'm not so sure whether they've actually liked your performance or just liked your style or just the way you are. But I will not be able to differentiate.
Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.